Thursday for
No, I mean, the
the
theater.
theater is on
Can I
Mondays,
get a
and
name
then it
tag
also
while
is
she's down there?
Monday,
'Cause usually
and
we
Saturdays. We
have
just
it.
started up a couple months before the shows typically.
It's my older granddaughter, she likes to perform too, but she does dancing and hip-hop
Classes already, yeah.
3 or 4
Giving
days a
Donna
week.
one more
Oh,
minute.
good,
I'd
good.
have to find
Enjoy.
out.
Check on Facebook or go to opaltheater.com, okay, and you can
Okay.
find out more information, get my direct
Right.
contacts. I think she's getting ready to start.
If Tina needs to speak, are you gonna be able to pass the mic to her?
I'm not allowed
Or
to promote.
if Tina needs to speak, are you gonna be able to pass the mic
Promote
to
my
her?
dancer theater here. I'm not allowed to promote my dancer theater.
Oh,
You can
okay.
you can ask a question, but beyond that, I recommend that you go to the sites, and that way you can get in contact with me direct.
Okay.
Okay, we're waiting for you, John.
Now we can get started.
6 o'clock, I'm officially calling this meeting to order. Everyone, please arise for invocation of the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Seated. So I'd like to take this time now to open the open forum. Each speaker will be allotted 5 minutes to speak on any topic they wish. Just please state your name and address for the records. Do we have any speakers? Come on up.
Hello, my name is Jillian Watson. I live at 300 Lafayette Boulevard. So I want to say summer camp was awesome this year. My kids went in July, and they don't have to go to summer camp. They choose to go to summer camp. And it was hard to get them to like take a day off to hang out with me. So thank you very much. And just one thing, there was no splash pad in July. Like they never actually went, even though the city closed the splash pad for them. So I'm not sure what went on with that, but my little one would have preferred to splash. So that was the only thing. Everything else was great at summer camp. And then we also utilize every single sports field that Oldsmar has. So we do soccer, baseball, BMX, flag football. You hold it in Oldsmar, and my boys are there. So I was wondering about water fountains. At the soccer fields, there's the one at the playground, but the ones inside the bathrooms have been turned off since 2020. And the kids don't have a place to fill their water bottle other than at the playground at the soccer field, which is kind of far, especially if you're playing at the backfield. Same with baseball. We got one water bottle filler last year, and that was great, but it's on the back side of the concession stand. I know they're all hooked up to bathroom water lines, but our littlest kids play at the front, the furthest from the bathroom, furthest from the water, and the only kids that need the water in the bathroom. So I was wondering if we could get another water bottle filler at the baseball field.
We will have to look into that because that's something that they're gonna have to run water for.
Right,
So that,
yeah.
he's taking notes right now, so.
Yeah, field 5, t-ball, softball,
Yeah.
they don't
Yes.
have easy access to water. I mean, and soccer has no access to water. And then the same thing at the BMX track. So we're up, like the kids are going. There's one water fountain that lets out this much water, and it's over by the bathroom. And it doesn't, you can't even like fill a water bottle with it. You have to go into the bathroom and like use the sink mostly. So I know, again, it's a water line, but it would be amazing if there could be water on that terrace, because that's where the kids all come up to us with their water bottles, or even just somewhere closer to the track, because they are hot, and right now it is pretty miserable out there. So water, even shade, if possible. Soccer field, I know the kids can't have shade on the field, but there's no shade for any of the people there for football or soccer. and it's getting kind of run down with the seating. There's some like bleachers pushed behind other bleachers and a tree with all of its mess everywhere. So any kind of shade that could be added at soccer, baseball, and a shade fan sail thing put in at BMX on that terrace, that would be awesome, because in actuality, that's where the parents are. Nobody's in the bleachers there when we're out there for class. And then one other thing we thought of for BMX that would be cool would be do like a parent-kid ride day that could be advertised by the city. Because it's, there's a lot of adults do BMX, but a lot of us, our kids are doing it. So just to kind of like get it going and get people more excited, I think that'd be kind of a cool idea. Or if the BMX track was open every day of the week instead of just, I think what's,
3 or 4.
yeah, it's like 3 days a week that it's open, right? 4 days a week.
You know.
So, yeah, I'm there on Wednesdays. But that's kind of, I think, it. So, we love our city and we love participating in everything that the city puts on. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Jill.
Thank you.
All right. Any other speakers wishing to speak? Seeing none, I'm going to close open forum. Next item on the agenda is approval of minutes dated May 13th, 2024. The minutes were sent out by Jenny. Are there any corrections a board member would like to make at this time?
Didn't see anything.
A motion to approve the minutes?
A motion? Need a
Second.
second? Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion passes. Next item on the agenda item number 2, bylaws update. So we recently had the bylaws that we worked on together last time. Basically, the main change was changing it to Parks and Recreation Board throughout that whole document. The next one was Article 3, Section 12. Former board members may reapply for open board positions, but not for the unexpired term that they vacated. The one that I do want to talk about is Article 4, Section 3. We did change it, but after talking to Jenny and Chip, I think it might be better to go back to the way it was. And the reason, and here, I'll read it first to you. So this is the way it was originally written. Election will take place during the November meeting preceding the 2-year calendar period. The chair-elect and the vice chair-elect will assume their duties immediately after the November meeting. So the reason I was saying go back to that way is because let's say we don't have a quorum, we're gonna have to table it automatically. And if we don't have a quorum again in February, we're gonna have to table it again automatically. So it just kind of makes the language more flexible. So I just wanted to see what the board thinks, or if they would like to keep it how we did vote on it last time. Does anyone want me to read what it is now?
I think we're all reading it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good. So you're saying change it back to what it was?
Correct. And I had suggested it because I was trying to mirror what had happened this past November. But after talking to both of them, it just makes sense to go back the way it was.
Yeah, I'm good with that. We'll go back to what it was.
Everyone good? Okay, I need a motion to approve to go back to the original.
Motion?
Okay, I need a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Moving on. All right. Agenda item number 3, consideration of excused absences for May 13th, 2024 meeting. Board members Pam Ormola, Tatiana Cox-Lopez, and Steven Phillips. So first, I'm going to have Jenny state our new policy. Go ahead.
Can we go back to the previous item for just a second?
Sure.
You said the motion is to go back to the original.
Correct.
Are we approving all of the bylaws with the exception of that item? Or,
That's, yes.
yes,
Any
Can you
discussion?
just motion this?
did you want to restate the motion maybe? Because that motion was just for that item to go back to the original, if I understood it correctly.
Okay, so how should I?
So I motion we accept
Accepts,
these bylaws.
Okay,
Exception of.
Okay, I have a motion. I need a second.
Second.
Second. Any opposed? All in favor? Say
Aye.
aye. Okay, motion passes. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank
Okay, and now Jenny is going to read our updated resolution, the attendance policy for agenda item number 3.
Sure. Um, So basically, we have now, with the updated resolution, we have, I'm trying to find it here, but it's two, okay. So it's Article 3, Section mirrors the resolution, and it's a member who fails to attend 2 meetings of the board during a calendar year shall forfeit their board position unless excused by the board. And any request for an excused absence will be placed on the next meeting agenda for the board to consider.
This is a new terminology, correct?
Correct.
Retroactive to May 1st.
Okay, so did everyone receive an email from Jenny regarding 2 of the 3 May absences?
Yes.
Okay. If not, Jenny's provided that in our packet, so please take a minute to look at those before we vote. And Tatiana, we didn't get a notification from you. That's okay. We just wanted to know if you have an excusable reason.
Yeah, and I thought I emailed when I got an email from, but maybe, now I gotta go back and check. Yeah, my last absence, I was stuck in traffic coming from Orlando.
Okay, is everyone ready to vote at this time?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need a motion to excuse Pam Amola from the May 13th, 2024 meeting.
Motion to excuse.
Okay, second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Do we do a roll call vote? I'm sorry. For this one, do we do roll call or? Okay,
It's up to you, but it's not necessary.
okay.
But I don't vote probably.
No, it's
Okay.
okay, you can vote. Okay. All right, motion passes. Okay, next, I need a motion to excuse Stephen Phillips from the May 13th, 2024 meeting.
Make a motion.
Okay, motion. Need a second?
Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. All right, motion passes. I need a motion to excuse Tatiana, just say your name, Cruz. I need a motion to excuse Tatiana. Okay, I need a second.
Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
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 All those opposed, say no. All right, motion passes. All right, moving on to agenda item number 4, Community Recreation Programming Survey. Yep, you have the floor.
Well, thank you, Amber. Okay, so as we've done in the past, we are looking to initiate the new survey following the meeting in November. But first, we'd like to request from the board a volunteer to help assist with the development of the survey. Joe and I did that the last time. We'll meet together to review the previous survey, make any additions or modifications. Once that draft survey is complete, we'll bring it to the board at the next meeting for discussion and approval. At that time, we'll also schedule members of the board to get out into the community to conduct the survey in our parks, at our events, and other engagements. So at this time, I would like to request a volunteer from the board, Amber, to assist with the development of the upcoming survey.
Okay. So we're just
I
going
don't mind doing it again unless.
well, I want to give someone else a
Yeah,
chance just in
okay,
case, because you've done it twice.
Go ahead, yeah.
What do you need help with, Chip?
This with the time frame for the development.
We'll have the proposed survey at the next board meeting in November.
Okay.
So over the
gotta be
next
done
couple
between
of,
now
over
and
the
then.
next couple of weeks, we'll start to develop that.
Tatiana, you're interested?
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve has a question, I believe.
I'll help.
You guys can figure that out, because I can only take one, because
Right. Well, do both of you have time or?
Yeah, I'll make myself available.
Okay.
It's whatever you want.
I'll arm wrestle you for it.
Just saying, I got a coin?
I think you offered first, so if you want to go ahead and do it, that's
I
fine.
do remember one time he would do it if he wasn't available, so.
Yeah, so, I mean, again, I'm at your service, so,
You do it the first one, you do it the next one, because there'll be more.
Right.
sounds good.
Excellent.
So do you and I get it
I'll
together?
get in touch with you. and
Perfect.
We'll set up some meetings and we'll go over all the stuff that we need to go over.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
Any more discussion on that? Good?
That works for me.
Okay. All right, thank you. Let's keep rolling. You still have the floor, Chip. Agenda item number 5.
So, at the last meeting, I believe it was Amber had brought the idea of developing a toy box. This for, at the beach for recycled toys and little equipment, things that kids can play with. So it's take one, leave one. So the Parks Department and our Facility Maintenance Department, they created the box, they built it. It was drying, they've stained it, it's ready to be installed. I'm anticipating that it will be installed by the end of this week. I was just waiting on our sign.
Aw,
So cute.
very nice.
And our sign shop, our marketing department helped to create this.
That's
got
so
the idea
cute.
off of, the internet, and they created it. So this will be on the front of the box, and we'll have that installed, hopefully, like I said, by the end of the week. So just got.
Awesome.
Yay.
I do hope I see a pink octopus, though. That'd be pretty exciting.
What was that?
I hope to see a pink octopus at Mobley Beach. That would be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
All right, any other discussion on that?
It's just a presentation of what we've got coming up.
Okay. So when did you say it might be
By the
ready?
End of the week.
End of the week.
It's ready to be installed, it's dry, it's stained. The wood was wet, so we had to let that dry before we actually stained it. Then, of course, it rained, and that didn't help, but anyway, so, but we're ready, I think.
Do you think you could email the board the picture when it's
Sure.
ready? Okay,
Yeah.
that'd be good.
I'll send it to Jenny, and then Jenny, you can distribute that.
Okay. All right, thanks for the update, Chip. Moving on to agenda item number 6, new business. So I'm going to start on my right with Miss Pam. Do you have any new business?
No.
No. Mr. Dave?
No.
Nope. Ms. Tatiana, do you?
Not at the moment.
Okay, Mr. Vice Chair?
I don't, it's hot out there.
Yes.
agree.
Hey, there's
Very much so.
Everything in the AC, man, it's hot.
Okay.
None of
Ms.
it.
I would like to recommend something, and not at the current time, because it's August and it's hot, and even into September. But this is something I had mentioned to Chip earlier this year. My granddaughter was running for Safety Harbor. They have a track program over there. And she went to Safety Harbor and she did it. And I thought it was pretty exciting, not only for myself, because I ran track and cross country, but I saw how the kids enjoyed it. I mean, my granddaughter loved it. And I had mentioned about maybe having one for Oldsmar too. And the issue, I guess, came up as far as having a track to practice on. I've reached out to Safety Harbor Elementary School, and I haven't heard back yet, but I'm trying to see if we can utilize their track. I know a gentleman that does the Safety Harbor program, and he lives here in Harbor Palms in my subdivision. And I don't think he'd have any objections to us sharing the track with him at that time if the City of Safety Harbor gives us the okay. And that's something I'd like to try and get going if we can somehow.
Okay, we can look into that.
You know, something else also, all these kids are introduced to sports at young ages, like T-ball, they start at 5 or 6. At swimming, they start at 6 or 7 if they're going to swim, soccer and everything else. But none of the kids are really introduced to running. And I think next to walking, kids like to run. I mean, that's the first thing they do after they learn how to walk is they like to run. My granddaughter used to run all the time and fall, scrape her knees. But I was thinking of maybe having some type of fall program, maybe for a month or two in like October, November, for kids to go out and distance run, like cross country, maybe run a mile or a couple of miles, and just have a program where kids who aren't going to play a team sport could get out there and do something on their own, without having to, a lot of kids aren't into baseball or basketball and stuff like that, but they might be interested in just running. And to introduce that to them before they go into middle school and high school, I think might be a good thing for some of them. I know I would have liked it. I didn't know anything about cross country until I joined high school, and I loved it, but I would have loved to have done it in grammar school. And I just thought maybe that might be something that might be appropriate in the fall for a couple of months
Is that something that you
during
said
cross-country season.
you'd be willing to coach a program like that?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
We'll put that on the list, we'll get together with John, as we do with all of our contracted instructors, and see what we can come up with.
I know there's a program called Girls on a Run, and it's something similar. I think when they start when they're 8 years old, and that one's specifically for girls, and they're training for a 5K. They do 10 weeks or something and do it. So I was going to be a coach, but they said, oh, you can't bring your kids with you, because I didn't want to watch them at the time. So then I wasn't able to, but I was interested in coaching for that. So that might be, should we contact them as a resource maybe, or?
Contact Girls on the Run? Our staff can look into that as well.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, anything
Yeah,
else, Stephen?
I know when we had one race, one year we had it was the Run for Heroes. There was a group of kids that came over from Hillsborough somewhere, and I didn't find out what it was, but I think it was just a club type thing, and they had like 15 kids, ages from 6 or 5 or 6 all the way up to like 14 and 15 years old. So, like I said, I do believe there'd be, a fair amount of kids that might like to just go out and run for the sake of running, and definitely when it's cooler.
Okay, anything else, Stephen?
But that,
Anything else?
no, that's
Okay,
it.
all right. Masuda, do you have any new business?
Well, we do have a track of sorts at Mobley Bayou.
Short one.
Well, not for cross-country, but for shorter, for training, just something that,
The Mobley Bayou?
yeah. What's the length of it?
I do not know the link.
Oh, see, I pulled one on you, sorry.
Run around it
I mean,
3
it's pretty, I don't know if it's a mile or half mile or
Oh.
quarter? Okay, so we do have something that maybe they could
I mean,
coordinate
I run
it
but
with it.
I don't know if
That's all
it's
they have-
even.
that's all they have in the high school track is a quarter-mile track, and they run it 4 times
Yeah,
a mile.
yeah, go over to Mobley
Definitely
Bayou.
have
There's
the
actually
trails.
workout equipment and stuff along that trail and everything else too over there. It's just we don't utilize that much, so I was just thinking of that when he mentioned it, so. Okay, I didn't have anything else. I just was thinking of that.
Okay. Hi, Rowan, do you have anything for new business?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Nice to have you join us though again.
Tina, do you have anything?
What's your shirt say?
I noticed there's a shuffleboard court here over at Bicentennial,
Are those newts?
and I was wondering if maybe we could
I'll check it later.
Do something else?
that, and not everybody wants to do pickleball or tennis, and maybe a little bit more of a gentle sport. It's beautiful under there, it's under the trees, and, put some benches and maybe a little shade of some type, and maybe we establish that and try to get it going. Just curious, I saw that last week, and just wondering about that.
Yeah, my kids and I sometimes utilize it.
Sorry?
My kids and I sometimes utilize it,
Yeah.
Just-
so
doing different things.
That was my comments.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you suggesting a facelift?
I'm sorry?
Are you suggesting a facelift?
A facelift. Yep.
All right, well, I also have some new business. About 3 years ago, in November, we had a van tour that myself, Tatiana, Joe, Suda,
Yeah, I was on
Pam,
it, yep.
all partaken. Chip was our chauffeur, driving us around and giving us a narration. We didn't actually get out and see the parks, so this time I was thinking that we could do the van tour and actually get out and explore it. So that was something I wanted to get on for the agenda next time in November, so we can discuss dates and times that might work. I'm thinking either January or February, since it's cooler, so go out.
I would love that.
But we would need to probably pick a weekday, either in the morning or afternoon, so we can actually get out. I guess Saturday is a possibility, but there's less staff as well that day working around at the parks?
Correct.
Okay. And another reason why I wanted to do that, so we can meet some of the other supervisors. I don't know if anyone knows Nathan or Richard or Jason, so we could actually go out and maybe meet them if they're working that day. So just come back with some dates and times for the next meeting, is all I ask. Okay? So that's all the new business I have. Does city staff have any new business? Okay.
A couple things. Let's see here. Just wanted to update the board that the staff do have, this kind of leads into Steve, the staff does have a program meeting next week to review our programming initiatives for the upcoming year. These include classes and activities, special events, researching programs and events that take place in other communities and review what current offerings that we have may need some refreshing. So just want to let you know that we are going to be looking at our programming coming up here shortly. Another item of interest is in the past I had provided a weekend update, and you guys might have remembered that. I do those during the event season, so I'll be initiating those. I think the first one coming after this year will be on September the 4th. So each Wednesday, I'll just send out a quick email that says weekend update and here's what's going on this weekend. That's more or less just so it keeps you guys in the loop about what's going on, and hey, maybe you can fit this into your calendar to stop out and check out the activity or the event. So I'll be initiating that again here next month. A couple of project updates. The trail bridge here at 580 and St. Pete Drive was completed last week, just in time for school. The trail bridges in Moccasin Creek in the recreational area out there between Harbor Ponds and Forest Lakes Boulevard. That will initiate in about 2 weeks. There's 4 bridges out there that are going to be receiving work. The trail will be closed at the bridge section that's being worked on during the daytime from 7 to 5. It'll reopen in the evening time. There's one bridge out there that needs more work than the others. The pylons are a little bit shifty, so that bridge will have to be closed until that until that project's completed. So there will be a full closure on the trail in that section coming up. They're going to do that one last, but there will be some interruptions, kind of like we had out here at 580 and St. Pete Drive, but we managed that pretty well. The contractors did a good job. Once they get started, it doesn't seem like it takes them too many days to get finished on one particular section. Mostly it's decking and rails, the handrails that they're replacing. The HVAC units at the rec center are still in the manufacturing process. We've been told that they should be ready for delivery in October. We're keeping our fingers crossed on that. So that goes actually for both the library and at the recreation center. We have a new sign that is actually I just got the final proof today, right before I came to the meeting from the vendor, but a new sign for the Oldsmar Sports Complex at the entrance. That's almost ready for production once we sign off on that. And to bring you up to speed on the fit zone at Mobley Bayou Wilderness Preserve, the purchase order is out, and those are on order for those final 2 pieces for the fit zone. We anticipate installation sometime in September.
Oh, great.
So that's what I've got for new business and project updates.
Okay. Any other city staff have anything? Nope. Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to final agenda item, board comments. I'm going to go ahead and start with Rowan today. How are you, Rowan?
I'm good. How
Did you have a good first day back to school?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I did. I agree with what you said about track. I think that's a pretty good idea. Probably something that, like my younger sister would be interested in. I like everything that was presented today, as like in terms of like what you guys did with the toy box. I think that was really nicely done with like the sign and everything. So yeah.
All right, thank you, Rowan. Suda, do you have anything you'd like to share?
I don't think I commented on it last time, but the window tinting at Cypress Forest, nice job. I know we've been working on it for a while. It takes us a little while to get these projects. We got the bench, we got the window tinting, but it does, I think, cool the room down a lot more without the sun blazing in on it. We just lost being able to see all of our flyers because they're on the inside of the tinting, but I wanted to compliment that the window tinting was definitely nice over there. And beyond that, nope.
All right. All right, thank you, Ms. Suda. Stephen, you have anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to make a comment about the parks in the city that Chip and his crew of park are doing a nice job on it. I mean, they really look nice going into different parks and so on and so forth. I definitely like what she had brought up about the water fountains. That's something I had never thought about. I've been out on some of those fields, and not having a water fountain over by the soccer football field's got to, so that's something I think if the city can get done would be a big plus.
All right, thanks, Steve. Joe, you have anything?
Not much. Thanks for city staff. Everything's looking good. I'm glad the trails are coming along. Looks really good. Decided we have an election coming up. Make sure everybody goes out and votes on the 20th. And good luck to the candidates. That's what I got.
All right, thank you. Tatiana, anything?
I wanted to bring, on behalf of the certain people, our nice amount of people that came to us during summer camp. I wanted to bring a concern about the new park at Mobley Bayou, the preserve. Because we had summer camp there throughout 5 weeks. We just had random people coming to us. They thought we were like city employees, asking us what happened to the old park, the playground. And we got some concerns about the new one being for older kids. We saw quite a bit of adults there. And quite honestly, it was like scary seeing older folks trying to jump from the little bouncy thing into the, we got some video footage as well. But because we were there so much, we did have a lot of parents, come through, and they didn't know that the park was new. I didn't know. I hadn't been there since before they took it down. So I just wanted to bring that up. People were a little upset that now it's for like older kids, and it's more of an obstacle course than before, where they had the swing and it had the little slide and stuff. So just wanted to mention that.
Okay, thanks, Tatiana. Dave, you have anything?
Yes, I actually wanted to thank A.J. Koch and his family and the Boy Scouts of America of Troop 475. They put in ball returns at the sports complex, and they also painted the dugouts from the old green that was kind of beat up and to the new blue that we've been using. And they did a fantastic job. I think they might have ran short on one of them, but they did a good job on the rest, and it's really appreciated. I just wanted to say it out loud where somebody could actually hear it. Thanks.
Great, thank you. Pam, do you have anything?
I just think that shuffleboard idea is great, especially for some of our elders, Yes, I hope we can move forward on that. That would be wonderful.
Awesome. Tina, you have anything you'd like to share for board comments?
I did see the obstacle course that was in there, it looked real nice. I did see a lot of people using it when I was there. I walked my dog up there at night. So it looked really good.
All right. Well, I have a couple of things. We did Honor Our Heroes run back in May. It's always fun to get out there and run and see the community. Chip was there too. Only plate, it's hot, but maybe Oldsmar Cares will be willing to start it earlier. So as soon as we got done with that, we cooled off at the pool. We're still sweating, but we went to Chalk the Park. Still hot, but at least I'm thankful that the city was still able to put it on. Everyone was able to find like their patch of shade to scribble in. So I just like it because it's a simple event and people can go out and converse with the families at that time. And I'm always grateful for the Oldsmar Library. They put on so many great programs. The one that I particularly liked was Winnie the Pooh by the Atlantic Theater. They're based out in Orlando. I think you would really like them, Suda. Mm-hmm. So it's a husband and wife, and they just do all the props, and it's just them acting, and they have to do everything. So it's a cute little show, so you should check it out sometime.
They've been doing a few of those, haven't those? Or whether it's that group or some others. I noticed that they have some little theater things that come in. I think that's great for the library to be able to offer some of those things as well.
I think this was the third one
Yeah.
they did. So they usually do it in Christmas time and then summer. Mm-hmm. So check it out if you guys can. The Recycle Art Challenge, my family and I participated in that. I think it's a good initiative that the city put on so that you can find something to do in the summer with your kids, make something from junk. And I believe the winners will be announced August 27th at the city council meeting. Does that sound right, Jenny? Chip, do you know? You're not sure? Okay.
Sure, sorry.
Okay. So maybe we'll see. And just a few friendly reminders, nothing more, nothing less. But in our community on Saturday, August 17th at 9 a.m. here in the city chambers, they're going to be having the special meeting for the 2 proposals regarding the downtown redevelopment. So if you're interested, come to that. And in addition, there's going to be 3 public open meetings for the library site. So the first one is Thursday, August 15th from 10 to 1 at Goal Air Village. The second one is Monday, August 19th from 1 to 2 at Cypress Forest Rec Center. So more than likely I'll be going to that one. And the third one will be Tuesday, August 20th, 3 to 4, next door at State Street Center. So that's just for your information, no discussion needed. Suda and I participate in the Public Art Task Force. That's meeting tomorrow at 5, so feel free to come to that. Or you can come to the work session at 6, right here. And the only other thing coming up is Citizens Academy. I did that 2 years ago. I think you guys,
Yeah, I did.
Joe and Steve did that last year. So they extended the registration, so you have till Sunday to register if you'd like to. So does anyone know much about it, or? So
I just know they always have it on a Thursday night.
it is all, yes, it is on Thursday night from 6 to 8:15.
And I can't either, 27 years Thursday night teaching, so.
But, well, maybe one day they can.
I would
change
love
it,
to
I don't know.
participate if they ever have a secondary one sometime, yes.
But there's free dinners. You get to meet, learn more about each department, meet the department head. So it's just a good way to learn more about the city. So if you can, I would encourage you all to apply. So that's all I have. And, oh, thank you, Jenny, for sending out the monthly reports. I've asked to do it quarterly. That way we can look at it and remember what's actually happening, because sometimes it was sent out once a month, and by the time we met, I would forget. So I do appreciate that. So is there any other further board comments by city staff or anyone else here? All right, seeing none, our next meeting is November 4th at 6 PM. So, meeting adjourned.